Factsverse presents Boy digging in backyard uncovers a treasure so valuable that he decides he has to return it. Before we get into this video, tell us, what is the most valuable thing you've ever found? Tell us in the comments below. Also be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. Kids love to dig in the dirt. Some kids dig dreaming about hidden treasures in the sand. Well, most of the time they don't find anything more than maybe a cool rock or a fossil. While a 10-year-old boy named Mike Iacovelli from Worcester, England, he loved to dig in the dirt. He, like most kids, dreamed of finding hidden treasure. He was shocked one day when he actually did find treasure. He found something incredible. The town where Mike grew up in is located along the River Severn. His hometown had a lot of history, also a lot of stories. Mike had always heard about the amazing things that happened in this small town hundreds of years earlier. Some of the stories were true, some were just folklore. And it was these stories that had the young boy outside in his yard often digging for buried treasure. Well, on one of Mike's digging adventures, he dug a bit deeper than he normally did. He found a spot in the yard that had yet to be explored. Well, he dug, and he dug, and he dug, and he was just about to give up when his shovel hit something. Well, this time it wasn't an animal tooth or a rock. It was a real treasure. He called his parents outside so that they could see what he'd found. He couldn't believe after all these years of digging he actually did find something incredible. At first, Mike thought that maybe he found a gold coin. Well, it wasn't until he saw that there was a clip on top he realized that's not a coin. It had writing on it, and it read, "The Great War for Civilization, 1914 to 1919. Well, when his parents saw what he found, they couldn't believe their eyes. Their son really had found something interesting. Mike and his parents wanted to know what it was they found, so they took the medallion to an expert who told the family that it was actually a Medal of Honor that was given to soldiers who served in the armed forces during World War I. Well, when Mike heard this, he knew that it wasn't his to keep. He planned to hold on to that medal until one day he could find the rightful owner. He knew that when he grew up, he would want to be able to return that medal to the person it belonged to. Well, Mike left Worcester when he grew up. He got married, he had children, he and his family settled down in Canada, and he had a wonderful life, but there was always something in the back of his mind. During all those years, he never forgot about that medal that he'd been holding on to. Mike's children, they knew how important it was to their father to find the rightful owner of the medal, so they suggested that he check Facebook to see if maybe he could find more information. One of his children suggested that he find a group that's dedicated to World War I medals, and he ended up finding a group called Worcester Memories. It was dedicated to artifacts and the history of the town where he grew up. It wasn't long before the photo of that medal went viral. Finally, somebody on Facebook told Mike where to look to find out who the medal belonged to. On the ridge of the medal was the name, A.G. George Hammond. After doing some research, Mike found out that he was a gunner for the 61st Division's ammunition column. On June 12, 1917, he died. He was only 24 years old. Mike did a bit more investigating, and he was able to find George's great-great-granddaughter. Her name was Debbie Evans, and Mike sent Debbie a message on Facebook and told her about the medal and how he wanted her to have it back. Well, she was overwhelmed. She told Mike that she would give the medal to her Aunt Carol, who was the oldest living relative in the family. Debbie believed that since she was the family's matriarch, she deserved to have the medal. Well, upon hearing about the medal, Debbie wanted to know a little bit more about her great-great-grandfather. She eventually found a photo of him wearing his officer's uniform. It was taken just after he joined the service, before he won the medal. Debbie's thrilled that Mike was able to get that medal back to her family. Mike was happy because he would finally reunite that medal with its rightful owner, something he'd wanted to do all those years ago. All this time, he was just keeping it safe until he found its rightful owner. When he did, he returned it as he should have. And thank you to all of those men and women who've served in uniform to protect our freedoms. Subscribe for more.